Hey everyone, 12 News meteorologist Stephen Matrograno here with a Weather Now update for you. And we're still seeing the light rain out there, the gusty winds as well, especially at the shoreline. You can see Newport here, the flags are blowing in the wind, and we still have some raindrops on the lens as there are some areas of light rain passing through, even up in Lincoln. Seeing the rain falling here, you can actually see it on the camera. So in some spots, the rain's coming down a decent clip. Temperatures hovering in the 50s, pretty much where we'll be all day, only topping out near about 58 degrees with a northeast wind, keeping us on the chilly side. Those sustained winds are out of the northeast, anywhere from about 10 to 20 miles per hour or so. The current sustained wind, the constant wind in Providence is 22 miles per hour. The gusts, though, are much higher, looking at low 30s for the gusts in Providence and even over towards Newport and Westerly. Block Island gusting at 36. We've seen gusts as high as 64 to be exact, on Block Island since last night. So the wind has been really whipping out there, and the rain has too, as well across our area. So high wind warning remains in effect until 2 p.m. for Block Island, Nantucket, Martha's Vineyard. That's just still for some isolated gusts that could get above 50 miles per hour. But as we go into the afternoon and evening hours, those winds will slowly start to kind of diminish very slowly as we go towards the nighttime hours. So latest rainfall totals as of this morning, Charlestown was well over 2 inches. Same deal, North Kingstown, and these numbers are most likely, continuing to rise. Of course, with the rain still falling, and we'll have a few areas get close to 3, even 4 inches of rain when all is said and done with this system, especially further east. So the latest wind gusts since yesterday, again, I mentioned Block Island, 64 miles per hour. Fairhaven, also 52. Westerly 49, Newport 38. So a lot of the higher wind gusts were found along the coastline as expected. So looking at, again, those locations that will see the wind continue to be on the strong side for a short time. Coastal flood advisory, that is for the next high tide cycle at 2 p.m. for the most part along our shorelines. And you can see again for additional flooding potentially there with high tide approaching for the early afternoon hours. So here's that radar satellite showing clouds and some rain out there. It's a steady light rain for the noontime hour, but we could see some pockets of some downpours and even some thunder potentially move on through during the latter part of the day here. So looking ahead here for our coastal storm, periods of rain, some heavy. Overall storm totals 1 to 3 inches of rain, potentially seeing some locations get above that to closer to 4 inches when all is said and done on Tuesday. Some gusty winds remain there, 30 to 50 miles per hour. The higher end of that would be more so for the islands. Winds slowly diminish for later today, especially tonight. And I mentioned that coastal flood advisory. So we can time things out going forward for the rest of the day here. Rainfall continues at times for the afternoon, some embedded downpours, maybe even a rumble of thunder in there. Notice by 10 p.m. still seeing some scattered showers, downpours, and even some thunder. That continues overnight as well. But notice the axis of the heaviest rain kind of moves eastward overnight and into tomorrow morning. So although we still have some lingering showers, I do think the heaviest stuff will be to the east as we go into the day tomorrow, and especially for tomorrow afternoon. And then we all dry things out and clear things out for later on Tuesday evening. So again, just take it slow today for the rest of the day if you're heading on out for any reason. But overall, we're looking at the wind slowly diminishing and the rainfall eventually coming to an end on Tuesday. But that's your update. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll talk to you soon. Have an update later on. Take care.